protect your soul.
What is up, everybody? Let's go, let's go. Turn this down a little bit. Okay. We have lots to do. We have to redo sounds. We have to redo challenges. We have some bugs to fix as well. It's been a while. Like, I don't know. It's been a couple of months since I've actually streamed, since I've done anything. Well, posted anything. Last time we just showed what we've been up to, the garage, finishing all of that, and implementing some of the new settings. But now we've completely swapped over. We've gone from 4.26 to 4.27, but the Chaos edition. So we're now running Chaos Physics instead of the Physics X, and we've completely dropped the advanced vehicle plugin, and instead we're using just the Chaos. We've also dropped FMOD, and we're just using the built-in sound. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Let's see what is on the list first. Why are we compiling shaders again? I need to do one more post that I forgot to do. Can you believe that? How are we all doing today? How's everybody doing today? That is not right. That is not right at all. So I've been thinking, what if we took the S15, right? But we give it the livery of Han's S15 from Tokyo Drift. And do you think that would be a good idea? I think that could be really good. There we go. Then we have one more. What is this? What is this? What is this? Performance. That's fine. Okay. So we had an issue where this is not clearing every time we go through. So on exit collision, we checked if started. If true, do the following once. If false, don't do anything. Okay, branch is get the player pawn. If it is the player pawn that overlaps, exits overlap, then cast blueprint base, get the vehicle component. Check the forward speed. If it's above 60 miles per hour or 100 kilometers an hour, it should actually be like 58 miles per hour. If it's true, then print string cleared and stop the timer. And this timer refers to timer. Yes. So this is enter collision start. Why do we have a yes? Started false. If it's not started, yes, then started. Get their pawn, cost to base, CV base. Okay. Get distance to self. Distance to self. Distance to gap. Get distance. Maybe that's the one. Let's see. Get distance to. Okay. Display. So no, it is get distance to self. Set distance to gap. Create the widget, add it to vehicle, and set started. So it's not removing this widget. And why is this not removed from parent? So it's no longer active. We're able to remove the widget from the parent, which is not good, because we actually need that to happen. Cancel. Last but not least, that is the wrong one. Live. Gotta know everybody that we're live so they can join in and see what we've been up to. And if you can give you inputs, like, I appreciate the inputs everybody gives in the stream. That way I can make better improvements. Make sure that the game is actually good. Everybody enjoys the game. So there's no bad part of it, really. Okay. Right, phone down. Let's go. Penalty score. Create a widget of class force perspective. Yes, and then remove target widget. Remove all widgets. I can't do remove all widgets because we want to remove a specific widget. Get all widgets of class. Get all widgets of interface. Widget. Remove all widgets, remove viewport widget, clear screen widget project. brake switch now. Cost user. We had this fixed. That's the worst part, is this was fixed. And now it's just... it's no longer working. Everything's clearing out. Everything's happy. What is going on? Okay, let's test it and see. So we're just gonna drive up straight, not over this car. Let's at least swap our cars. Save selected. So the problem is now switching to Unreal 4.27. We no longer have the async loading screens either, which is a bit of a problem. So let's grab this one. This should give us enough power. What shaders are still compiling? Okay, they're done compiling. So we have to do 60 miles per hour, so we're doing 100. Cleared, gets removed. Okay. Now let's try that again and see if we don't clear it with the actual speed required. So if we just clear it with about 60, see, it doesn't clear it then. So we need to implement that when we are not at the speed that we need to be, it will automatically still remove the widget from the viewport. Force perspective. If false, then add a penalty score. So it is set up to do that. So I'm just going to do that. Just give this one directly. Split it off separately. Okay. Let's give it a try now. Okay, going. And it stays. So that is an issue. Oh, it doesn't clear it for the reason that... okay. So start as true, yes. Then get the pawn, check all this condition. If it's false, simply get the player controller, cast the PC player, and give it a penalty score, yes. Then, unless this is failing, if we just bypass this entire thing, unless that's the issue. Wait. So true, stop timer, then only remove the widget, because I don't think it's actually, it's not stopping the timer, telling it to stop calculating exactly where, if you're not at the actual speed, so it doesn't ever tell the distance to stop calculating. Currently it's still calculating the distance you are from the end point where you have to be at 100 kilometers an hour. It's still calculating that even though you're not crossing it at that speed. Okay, so we're having that speed, so we're driving 70, go through, boom. Okay, that's one bug fixed, at least now. Indie as in it's just me, dude. Welcome. Like it's I don't use Unity. Like I'm studied art and came from art background, so I do know some coding in Unity as I use that for daily stuff. But this is just indie as in like I'm making small games, but this is one of my massive projects that I'm working on. And yeah, it's been, I think it's about more than a year now, almost a year and a half that I've started working on this. So yeah, I just prefer using Unreal Engine as that's what I studied in, and instead of Unity. So unless you want to define it differently. What is next? That's one done. It's the vehicles itself though. The base and get the wheels. The rear wheels are not working correctly. It's like the handbrake doesn't work, or it's just the friction itself on the terrain. Friction is 1 on the tarmac. This is on the landscape itself. Do we still have a collision though? We still have a floor. Now it's got no physical material on it. So if we put physical material ice, it should be sliding. Yeah. This vehicle is not just sliding, it doesn't have any traction to it at all. Okay. So then if we put it onto tarmac, how's our physics then? We still don't have launch. Traction control is still getting in the way. But does it allow us to at least do a handbrake turn, or does it just slow it down? It just slows it down. So rear wheels, handbrake, torque is 6,000 Newton meters. Not affected by handbrake. Okay, so no big projects. I've done some game devs, and the last one I did was the Kenny Game Jam. So that's one. I haven't had any massively successful games, to be honest. Like I've not made it it's not a daily job. I'm not an indie dev by day. Unfortunately, by day I do work for an actual company. This is more in my part-time, just starting out, getting into it. I want to go into it full-time. So this is the plan with this game, is to make it a full-time, as where my normal daily jobs is creating training simulators for mines, actually. The last game dev, like I said, was the Kenny Game Jam, where I made something called Kenny's Curse. It is playable, like it is on itch.io at this point. Yeah, it's been a slow uphill. I'm not very good on the marketing side, so I haven't set up a proper website and grown in that way, but I'm starting with that. That is all in the works at this point in time. What about you? Are you full-time indie dev or just interested in game dev? Tell me a bit, because it's always good hearing about people being in the actual industry making it full-time, like people like Thomas Brush. Like he's a very successful indie game dev, and like even though I follow them, and it would be the dream to release a game like he's done on all platforms, it comes with time, really. Oh, that's good. What have you been working on? Like, what genre? Like, what type of game? Like first person, platformer? I mean, I started a platformer as my first one, and then I think I got like a couple months in, and I was just like, no, it's not working for me. Completely dropped it, and that's when I started moving um, over to the racing game instead, because it's more my style. I love racing and cars and all that, so it's better. I still want to make the platformer maybe in future when I know a bit more. Yeah, it's when you love playing games, definitely making games and making the games you want to play. It's really nice, but it's even better when you have people actually playing that and being like, "Dang, this is a great game." So yeah. So you're using, I see you downloaded all the free stuff. That means you're using Unreal as well, or are you using Unity? Third-person jetpack space game. Sounds interesting, dude. Third-person jetpack space game. Okay. First thing that pops in my mind, like in that similar sense, is in Warframe they had those wings. They added that wings where you were like third person. I mean, it could be quite interesting. Is it going to be like, but is it going to be like combat in third person, or obstacle avoidance, kind of like, what's the best example? Kind of like Jetpack Joyride was. Beat 'em ups. Okay, beat 'em ups. Okay. Yeah, it's once you get into the groove, dude. Like once you start working in that mindset and being like, oh, this is how it actually works, and you get to know how it works, it just becomes, it kind of just starts flowing together, and you kind of just find it automatically. It takes one thing to find it and then go with it, honestly. What is going on with this shader? That is not right. Where's your foliage attributes? Default lit from two-sided leaves. Okay, so it's due to the masks. It's just some dithering. I don't like it. Two-sided leaves can stay off for now. We'll find the dither later on. We've got bigger fish to sort. Okay. Yeah, you should definitely like add a video. Add a video, show it, get people interested in it now. Already start growing it. And once, yeah, even like this, like I'm hoping with people coming in, checking it out as well, they hopefully they'll know more than me. That's for sure. There'll always be people who know more, and then they can be like, oh, but if you do that, that will help. That will solve the issue you're looking for. So it's always good to reach out to community and people out there to see what exactly goes on and how to get the exact thing that you want to get. Their pawn. That's the clear check. We don't want a clear check. We want the target collider. If is cleared, static component. Then begin play, spawn. No, we don't want it to be cleared. If it's cleared, we don't want it to do anything. If it's not cleared, we still want to do stuff. For each loop, spawn them, will transform, static mesh component. Let's grab one of these, move it closer. Let's see. Should now spawn the spheres. It does not. Is that due to our actual collision? Cars, meshes, E10 meshes. Physics assets. Let's see. Collision is single. Hull. Yeah, it's not actually getting out far enough, maybe. Let's do multi-hull convex and we generate that. Why are you not? Oh gosh, wrong one. Sphere. That's the right one. Why is it not generating? Didn't generate a box for me? Okay. So it is generating them, it's just not giving me the results that I want. Create body of all bones now. I want it to be more out there. 32. Oh, sorry about that. For some reason, half of you. There we go. So I'm just developing some computer skills right now, learning about how to pull out battery card and use Wi-Fi. Okay, yeah, getting to know your computer and how to use everything about your computer helps as well. It's such a deep field. Like honestly, when it comes to computers and software as well, it's everywhere. I've looked into the soft bodies actually. To be honest, I have looked into the soft bodies, and I've thought about adding it. It's quite a lengthy process. So in the future, I'm looking that I might add it to this game to show or represent some damage. It won't be to the extent of Beam and G, but it will definitely be a form of visible damage, which I think would be really good. There's quite a few things that I do want to add still to this. I want to make the vehicles able to be upgradable. Currently they're not upgradable. They are all set at stock basically, and yeah, it's fun. You can do because you've got all the different kinds of vehicles. So if we go to garage, actually, we'll come back to this in a second. Currently we have selection of vehicles of different kinds, all with different stats, so you'll always have something different to compete with, and they'll all be locked. Yes, I've just recently swapped to the Chaos. That's the big thing. I've only recently swapped to Chaos, so I'm still getting to learn everything that Chaos has to offer. Last time I tried converting to Chaos, the vehicles didn't handle properly at all. They were constantly sliding everywhere, and then they brought the new Chaos, and I was using Chaos from Unreal Engine 5 because I actually considered swapping over completely. But it didn't work and do what I needed it to do. It was worse. So I sticked with the plugin I was using called Advanced Vehicles. They allow for you to add panels separately and then have them be knocked off. But yeah, the soft body would be better. Use Apex. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Well, it depends on what you're making. Like a lot of times they'll just build upon a new engine specifically for that one, especially if it's going to be like a racing sim. It's got to be extremely accurate, like iRacing or Assetto Corsa. They're all built upon their own platforms and coded from scratch for that reason, that it gives them more control over it. It's not cleared though. If it was cleared, it would spawn. So these are all the spawn points. It should be spawning, but it's not spawning anything. And that is what's wrong. So if it is true and it's not cleared, no, the collision is true set as cleared. That is correct. Then do once for each. Okay. I want to do once for the reason that every time you drive through, I don't want it to spawn. Okay, I'll definitely have a look into the Apex destruction. It would be interesting to see exactly how it worked and what it had to offer. But yeah, for this, I'm gonna look into the soft bodies as well. Like I want to try get the soft bodies in, but for now, it's getting the vehicle set up back to where they were, because they don't have steering wheels anymore. They don't. Most of the things that they had before I did the conversion is lost, and I have to re-implement all of that, including sounds. So, but for today, it's mostly just bug fixing some of the things that broke, like this penalty pylon now, or corner target. Sorry. The spawn points. For each spawn point, add a static mesh component. Static mesh is a sphere. That's it. That is all it needs to do. Okay. Yeah, like I say, I'll definitely have a look at it and see what it offers. Maybe play around in it and at least get to know it for any other projects I might use that won't be set up in Chaos. Because I'm always looking at setting up different things. I want to get into some virtual production as well and give that a shot of some green screen and VR cameras. What happened to our music? There we go. So yeah, I'll definitely have to try that. Transform scale is fine. That should be fine. That should be working unless it's just do once. Compensate. Does not like. Doesn't pick up the vehicle. And begin overlap. Just to check clear collision. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. We'll clear it as soon as we collide with it. True, but voxels are. Wait, there is, I think, Astroneer. I think Astroneer might be using voxels. If I'm not wrong, I think they might be using voxels for their terrain because it's completely sculptable. But voxels can be quite intense as well, so it is understandable if they don't use it because you want to make it accessible to a lot of people. And not everybody has like super high-end PCs to do it. I don't understand it. Unless it says gameplay set spawn points, yes. And this will be the spawn point. Get their point, yes. Why is it not working? Maybe we should just scale it up a bit. It's gonna be a massive test to see if it works. Probably not. Oh, okay, so it spawned them in. There we go. So the collision isn't making contact with the actual target. So this is the issue. So widen it up a little bit. So 0.25. It should be wide enough for us to collide with it, and then it should spawn in. And it doesn't. Why doesn't it though? How wide does this box need to be in order for it to pick up that we've collided? I don't understand that. Astroneer. True, Astroneers it's a lot smaller. There we go. That's what I wanted. Astroneers not so mainstream, beautiful Medal of Honor. True. Astroneer it's a lot more. If you don't know about it, you won't ever probably know about it. It's just like that. But everybody knows. Yeah, Gears of War, Medal of Honor, for sure. But it's because Astroneers is still just made by a small indie studio. It's not made by AAA companies, and it's a sad truth, unfortunately, for AAA. That a lot of times, if you're not a AAA company, you have a difficult time growing your like indie studio, to be honest. It can really be difficult. Okay, that's cleared. Everything's cleared. This has a new issue. Flat end rotation. That's the motion. Ignore time dilation. Pre-physics, during physics. I tried during physics update for both these timelines. It should most likely solve the fact that the vehicle bounces on the platform. Yeah, definitely, dude. Like, if you send it to me, I'll definitely have a look at it and check it out. For sure. I'm there to support people. People support me, so I'll definitely be there to support people and give feedback where I can. For sure, dude. Thanks for popping in as well. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It's better. Okay. That is working. We have fixed some of our bugs. And like, I assume you have it on YouTube as well, your videos, so I'll definitely drop a like and a follow and stick to it, man. Make sure you finish it, or at least get it to a point, even if you don't publish it completely. Finishing it is the big thing. Okay, that is done. That is another bug fixed. Thank goodness. Fixed some bugs today, guys. We have to work on cars. Not the meshes. I want the chaos on the base vehicle. Because we don't have a steering wheel or any of that anymore. Static mesh. Steering wheel. And it should be under R3. Steering wheel SM. It's V10. That's Stella's. That's R3 base steering wheel. There we go. Line that boy up. Left side here. Perspective view. There we go. That should be attached correctly. Can't really see inside. Okay, steering wheel is on. But now it needs to be adjusted. So I wonder. Get wheel state. We don't want the spring force, we want the angle of the actual wheel. Can we get this steering? Let's see, get steering, set steering input. Problem is they have a steering curve. Vehicle input, idle, stop threshold. There's something I wanted to do. Yes, under where's engine setup. I want to bring this to 2.5. That should already rev this engine up faster, but that's not fast enough. Oh gosh. We'll have to phone them back. Okay, steering. I'm going to try the V10 again. I'm going to give this a separate value itself. How fast an engine revs up, speeds up, 1. But see, that's the problem. That is the big problem. Now that it does that, for some reason, it doesn't want to shift gears anymore. It revs too fast to shift. Okay. Let's get back to this one. It's setting up. See the gear change time then. Transmission is operated 94% efficient, well 90% efficient. That's perfectly fine. Engine brake effect, yes, 0.5. Engine idle RPM is fine. It's just this. I'll do 2.5. 2.5. It helps. It's going. Shifts to second. Come on. Yeah, that's fine. And then we just completely plow into the wall. Okay, we'll keep that. Leveler is sorted and better. Corner target's done. This is fine. Overhead friction combined. Density 1. Linear threshold. Raise mass power that. Surface type is road. 12,000. I'm gonna do that on the base, the wheels. TW rear. We're gonna 12, 1, 2, 3,000. We really want to lock up the rear, that's why. There we go. Okay. Now on this we need to get the steering input. Steering curve. See, we have this angle ratio. Or the steering curve that we want. Maximum steer versus forward speed miles per hour. So this is at a 120, maximum steer is 0.3. We kind of want to do a similar thing. We only have 2 sets here, 0.4 or 0.8, because it's a straight. I mean, we could go auto and just curve it up, but I don't want to do that either. That steering curve, we need that steering curve. And then we need to drive the steering wheel based on set steering curve. Okay, for now though, this is the main ones that we're focusing on, right? Handbrake, accelerating, input, axis. Get the steering wheel, set local relative location, set relative location and rotation. And then we split this, and then the viewport. Okay, that's fine. I just wanna. Why are you not? Oh, yeah. What axis are we working on? On the x-axis. We're steering around the x-axis. So this is the one we're steering, and we want to drive this range map clamped. No, it's not gonna work like that. Well, you can just go, okay. Between 0 and 1, I want it to rotate 0 and 1, and then I want to give it a negative 90 degrees and a positive 90 degrees. See, that all turns on a... Okay. Of course. Let's bring the camera inside now. A little bit on this side, a little bit up, a little bit forward. Let's see where we're at. Where's the new steering wheel in this car? Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Probably because we need to add set steering wheels. Viewport. Steering wheel inherit. Where are you? Oh gosh, that's why. Steering wheel V10. Oh, we need to set, no, not set, but we can't add relative rotation. Okay, so that'll be this car steering wheel. So now, I'm just gonna add a cabin light. Light. A point light. Point light's gonna come up. We're gonna say cast shadows 4. Inverse square fall off will be 0. Intensity will be 3. Now we can go even lower, 2. There we go. Now we can at least see. But we don't have a steering wheel because apparently steering wheel location. Set rotation. Set relative rotation. We don't have to touch the location. Split construct, and this should be on the X roll. Okay. I'll save. Test it again. There we go. Values between 0 and 1, so value will not be between 0 and 1. Instead, value will be between -1 for turning left and 1 for turning right. There we go. It snaps a bit, but that's fine if we use the controller. Have a smoother movement. Our field of view is absolutely bizarre. But apparently we're also sitting in the back seat on the Lamborghini. That's better. Okay. That's better, that's better, that's better. Lighting needs to be, yes, I know lighting needs to be rebuilt, but we're not doing that right now. Bronco, steering wheel Bronco, viewport, and that has to move up, and then it goes there, and it has to raise up. Apparently you're taller. Oh, and C46 viewport. Oh gosh, this is completely different location. Steering wheel C46. Ignore the logo for now. We will fix that in due time. The hero. Okay, that's another one fixed. Camera moves forward and up, middle of the headrest. C46. Next will be, we do not have an F1 steering wheel. We have the R3 Racing. We have Stella. Okay. Viewport, steering wheel. Stella. And this one's got all on the right hand side, because this will be the only right hand drive vehicle, because it comes directly from Japan and it's not based anywhere else. Okay, so that one goes there, slide up, slide down, and then camera moves completely over and up a little bit. There we go. Steering wheels are back in. Yeah, we finally have the steering back in. Oh, it looks so flat. It needs some texture inside, honestly. That's fine. We'll get there. We will get there. Season 2 is already announced for Arcane. Can you believe that? Season 2 for Arcane announced already. That is ridiculous. Okay, we need speedometer meters and tachometers. Tachometer, sorry. Speedometers and tachometer. This interior, why is that black? Why is it not lit up? Plastics. Definitely not that. Okay, we'll fix that though. We can fix that in due time. So, another static mesh. This will be tachometer. R3. Fine. Needle. That's physical materials. That's why it's not working. R3. Needle. Speed needle. Tack needle. So we want the tack needle. Your location for now. There we go. And then let's go to left side view. I might have to turn snap perspective again. Okay. So, how do we find the center of that? And then there. Oh, there. That should be center. I need to be rotating it, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. So we need to set that between location that and whatever that is, 180. Basically 180. So event graph on event tick. Where is our event tick? Begin, play, sound, tick, sequence, and then on event tick, set rotation. Relative rotation of tachometer, and that will be the following. Get, sorry, I'm just going to copy this actually. Move this up and say our event tick is to first cast to this, get the vehicle component, then get engine rotation speed, and simply set that based on a certain value that we give it. So we'll go map range clamp. Your in value will be between get, okay, that's the get max rotation speed, so that will be that. Get, oh gosh, here we go. Okay. W, get engine rotation speed. And that'll be the in value, and the output will be 0 and 180. Split construct, and then the X will automatically become that value. So content, maps, garage, and then if we play and we select that vehicle, we now have a tachometer. Okay. Content, maps, test level. Next we will add the speedometer, needle, chaos vehicle space, viewport. I'm just going to duplicate this one. Speedometer, attack needle. Hey, when it does that, give me a second, guys. And we'll just have to relaunch Epic for a second. And we'll launch Chaos 28. We'll close this one. Okay, and launch Redline. We do not need VR right now because we are not implementing VR right now, but that is to come in the future, pretty soon actually. Everything's been converted and ready for VR, it's just not implemented yet. Is it loading? There we go. We don't need the V10 for now, but we can stick on this one. and then get this needle and SM tack needle, needle, SM speed needle. There we go. So the speed needle is a different story because this one. Oh no, we need to line it up, but it can rotate a lot further depending on set vehicle. So for each vehicle, this will have to be set independently and can't just be universal necessarily. This one has to rotate a total of 245. And that's where we need the max speed as well. So we have to tell it what is your max speed, what can you get. So event graft. For this, I'm just going to duplicate this whole part. And then 245. And then this won't be the attack, it will be the speedometer. And it won't be engine speed, it will be get speed, get forward speed. I want to set a miles per hour, kilometers per hour. So what we can do is this will be the value in miles per hour. The max will be, where's the max speed? 260 or 160 miles per hour. Okay. So in range between 0 and 160, and your speed will be based on that, and that'll be your output. Test. So 20, 40, 60 miles per hour, yeah. All right. Currently we don't have reverse speed. That is not allowed for us. Also need to move the camera up a bit. We're sitting way too low in this car. Okay. Good start, good start. Back to the viewport. Bring this up. At the center of the headrest. There we go. Okay. And stop. Okay. Next up is we need to set variables for those. So the variable will be max speed. It'll be a float. Now max speed will just be set to 160. Then this automatically sets itself. It's this rotation. So we need to set those values still. What we can do is go into the C46 for the reason that C46 already contains, or the meshes have already been imported as well. Because see, this one has got completely around, and that's a 180 as well, so it should be fine. So steering wheel, tachometer. So we'll go needle, tach needle C46. Oh, I need to bring this. This one definitely needs to get rotated. So rotate. About 20 degrees. Looks about right. And then line it up with a 4000 more. That on 0. So that's going to rotate 180 as well. Let's see, tested. 180. Cool. Then I'm going to just copy this location. And then put the speedometer on the same location. We got to do this speed needle. 2.6, tachometer. Copy the rotation, speedometer, page set rotation. Okay. Now, this is the big one. Because apparently this can rotate a total of 270. That's quite a far rotation. Okay, so C46 base tachometer is speedometer. Speedometer, we'll convert this to variable and then we'll put this speed speedometer there, max rotation, and this will be 245. But inside this one, our max rotation will be 270. If I remember correctly, it was 270. Yeah, 270. And then what is 160 miles, kilometers to miles? Kilometers an hour to miles per hour. Well, can we just go E3? I guess that's definitely that, so we gotta put in 260, so that's 161.5. So we're just gonna round it to 160 safety. So this will be 160 max speed, boom, same. Now, if we go back to our, let's go play. And we can go to the main menu through the game. We can select the C46, we can test. Doesn't completely rev up redlining. But at least it is what is our current performance as well? Stat FPS. We're running at 100 frames per second. Currently not bad. I mean, we are streaming as well. These trees are definitely giving us a knock, but we need to fix their material anyways. Oh, see, there is an error. Because we're currently doing 20, but it's saying we're doing 40 on the speedometer, which means this should be further down. So how far is that? That's 25. Say 25 degrees. So it'll be negative 25. Or it'll just be like at that location. Okay. That's gonna be something we have to sort out for sure, to make sure. If we go remote variable, we say start speed, right? Compile, save. And then on this we say the start speed is 20. No, it's miles per hour. So 20 kilometers per hour is 12 miles, 12.4. It's 12.4. Will that give us the result we need? So, yeah, we're doing 40. Okay, so that does give us a result. We just tell that when does the actual speedometer speed start. So this car is set to not redline every time. It's most of the cars are actually set to shift at the perfect time for the most power, to shift at the peak of their band. And I think that is a bit of an issue because we have this one all the way over here, so we can shift at 6,500 actually. So let's try that. Is to max torque, max RPM, change up. See, there we go, 6,500. This car will now actually redline almost. Yeah, actually makes it feel better. So the problem is we have traction control. I'm not sure if we can switch off traction control. I mean, we can, but can we manually? Traction, let's see. Oh, but if we get 4-wheel, so if this traction, see now, because this is getting the wheel state. Get wheel, get wheels for blue, get traction, traction. So that isn't actually accessible to us. We'll have to find a way around that. But that will be it for today, guys. I think that will be. So Need for Speed was actually most people voted for Need for Speed today. Okay, it's not too bad. Need for Speed. I mean, I'm more of a instead of Corsa and Forza fan. But Need for Speed has always, it's where we all started, Underground 2. So we had 50% said Corsa, 50% said Need for Speed. Oh, only had 2 votes. So, but yeah, that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back on Friday again. Friday we'll carry on streaming. We'll get the rest of the steering wheels set up properly. Well, not the steering, with the tachometers and the needles, and we'll get them ready and we'll go from there. Let me know what you guys think about the delivery. Do you think we should change the livery of Stella from this livery to Hans S15 from Tokyo Drift? I think it could be good, but we'll just have to see. Maybe we should make it as an option, customizable liveries. But for now, that will be me. Hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you all on Friday. Cheers.